Well, Brighton Beach beckons on a day like this in Christchurch, or perhaps Sumner, or later on maybe a visit to a winery or a drift on the Avon. But for bowls fans, Burnside in Christchurch, the Burnside Bowling Club is a place to be. Well, we're back here at the Burnside Bowling Club and we're getting ready now for the World Pairs Championships, and I'd like to introduce you to the players. The PA I don't think is working, but anyway, the bowlers can hear me. That's the main thing. From England, the team is led by Wendy King and the skipper is Alan Faulkner. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me, please welcome England. That's enough, that's enough. Their opponents today, Val Smith is the lead and Joe Edwards the skip. Please welcome New Zealand. All right, our umpires today are Tiana Funka of Australia and Jan McLeod of New Zealand, shot indicator Annette Piper, and the scoreboard attendants Tony Burbage and Anne Wright. The pairs final about to start. Good luck, ladies.
It's the return of Val Smith of New Zealand and Wendy King of England to centre rink at Burnside, but now it's the pairs. It's Val Smith of New Zealand with Joe Edwards of New Zealand, Wendy King of England with skip Alan Faulkner. It's in action early on. It's Val Smith. She delivers the jack.
Yes, a light breeze comes over the green as we commence this the women's pairs final. Green in perfect conditions, running at around about 18 seconds. Ideal for this championship game of women's pairs.
Well, this is significant. First up, it's Val Smith, and she's playing down the left-hand side. We might have thought she was going to play the forehand side, as she did in the women's singles against Alan Faulkner, of which, of course, she won. But she's decided to go down the left-hand side.
Oh, certainly a very interesting move from Val Smith to start this game off. Last week, of course, we saw, as you mentioned, Stu, the Val Smith going down the right-hand side of the green, along with her opponent, Alan Faulkner, on that occasion, the skipper of the English women's pair here today. However, Val Smith has had her trial ends and has elected to start on the backhand.
Wendy King quickly into her work from the women's pair from England. The red bowl for England, blue for Val Smith, black for Joe Edwards, and that will enjoy the trip into the ditch. She won't be happy with that.
No, a little bit disappointing with the opening bowl. When you have had trial ends, you should have a feel of the green. As we see Dave Edwards, the New Zealand coach, sitting behind Val Smith. Very pleasing weekend for him last weekend, the success of the New Zealand team. Hoping for a repeat performance here today in this women's pairs final.
Chance here. You hear Joe Edwards giving plenty of encouragement to Val Smith, but it's not quite there. I wonder if she'll continue to attack down the side. Down the forehand side is Wendy King. This is the side there where Val Smith in the singles just dominated Alan Faulkner. Let's wait and see what... I think conditions are very, very similar to, in fact, the final between the two ladies. And I don't think it's any different today. And she slides towards the back again, does Wendy King.
No, certainly the very similar conditions. The green may be running just a second faster, half a second faster, but not an insignificant amount that's going to have an effect on these very classy bowlers who have had an excellent weekend on the greens here at Burnside and certainly have been worthy winners in coming through to this final.
In section play, it was England that beat New Zealand by just the one.
Hey, yours, mate.
So
come on.
It's a return of these two in the final. They've come from the same section, and Val Smith has shot. And she's happy too, isn't she? She might not look it, but I can tell you she was happy with that bowl.
Yes, and of course it certainly doesn't matter as to coming from the same section. It all comes back to square one when they start this final today. It was New Zealand who finished second in the section, along with England, who were third. Of course, the section being topped by Australia, but they're not to be seen here this afternoon. There's the bowl of Wendy King, the third bowler, and this is the first end. It's her best bowler she's delivered so far.
Alan Faulkner, the skip. We saw her, of course, in the women's singles. And now we've got Val Smith of New Zealand, who, of course, won that clash, the gold medal clash It was Val Smith that beat Ellen Faulkner by 21 to 13. Now she's in the final of the pairs, and she's on the run, the bubbly Val Smith from New Zealand.
Hello, real good track, eh?
Encouragement from her skip, Joe Edwards. And they will discuss now how they went in the first 4 deliveries. And we see the last delivery of Wendy King for England. Good England support here. They always love supporting their bowlers. They travel from overseas normally. And she'll slip past, but still 2 very handy bowls. 1 in the ditch and 2 handy bowls from the lead for England, Wendy King. 4 bowls each in the game of women's pairs. And we'll now see the 4 bowls being delivered by Joe Edwards. Then we'll see the 4 there by the skipper of the England side, Ellen Faulkner. Lovely gum tree in the background, giving some shade to a lot of the spectators that are underneath that. I'm pretty sure they'll be pleased they kept that gum tree.
Certainly so. It's a lovely setting here at the Burnside Bowling Club. A green that was surrounded previously by a tin fence has now been transformed into an arena, a stadium, seating numerous amount of people, and the protection from the tree that's just in behind the main stand.
Delivery, first one we see now from Joe Edwards. I like the line. I wonder about the weight. Looks to be on target too from Joe Edwards. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the shot itself. And falls in 2.
A very good opening bowl from Joe Edwards, and what confidence she must receive out of delivering a bowl such as that. Val Smith a little bit wayward with her first bowl as we watch the Joe Edwards bowl coming in, looking at beating the red bowl, and she achieves that. That's a good opening bowl.
And she's delighted too, is the little one, Val Smith. She's very pleased with the skip's performance. Is it good to get a quick one close to the jack, one of your first bowls? Does it give you confidence for the next few ends?
Oh, it certainly does, and I'm sure that Joe Edwards would be pleased with that. It's great.
So, Ellen Faulkner, her first bowl. Interesting that the England pairing are going down this side as it comes from the right-hand side of your screen. And Joe Edwards too is working her way down the same side. In fact, all 4 players going down this way, which is interesting. There's Dave Edwards in the background, of course, husband of Joe and brother of Jock Edwards. Of course, you'll know too in Australia just what ability he had with a cricket bat. A very forceful batsman, good wicket keeper. Well, a great bowl too by Joe Edwards. You can't do better than that with your first 2 bowls.
Oh, this is a fantastic start from the New Zealand combination. Joe Edwards is on song right from the very first bowl.
Ellen Faulkner, her reply. 2 down, looking to retrieve something. Ellen Faulkner with her bowl as it starts to break towards the head now. Always weighted, wasn't it? See the 2 black bowls there, Joe Edwards.
They are the 2 shot bowls for New Zealand. Edwards about to deliver her third on the backhand. This is the first of 18 ends. They play in the pairs.
Oh, she's got the grass, hasn't she? Now, I wonder about the weight starts to turn, and now she wouldn't be worried about being back there, Terry.
Oh, it's a very good home for her. Gives a little bit of cover on the left-hand side of the green. Ellen Faulkner certainly won't be attacking at this stage. She's only got 1 handy bowl. Still room for her to draw the shot. She's certainly a player who has the skills and the ability to be able to do that, and that was evidenced last week in the singles final. Showing a lot more interest in this bowl as it's tracking towards the jack.
Good try. You can still see 2 black bowls with the white discs and the silver fern in the middle, and that's 2 shots to New Zealand. Now Edwards with her last, then we'll watch Ellen Faulkner, and that will complete the first of 18 ends in the challenge for the gold medal here at Burnside. Is it 3? Still 1 bowl then to come from Ellen Faulkner. Just 2, I think.
Yeah, may not be another shot, but what she has actually done is put a bowl in a very awkward position insofar as Ellen Faulkner is concerned. Definitely the 2 shots. Last bowl on the draw line may well force Ellen Faulkner to change her hand, and we got an indication there from Wendy King. Look at coming down on the forehand.
Annette Piper indicates 3 shots New Zealand. Annette Piper, the shot indicator on the green. Last bowl to come on this, the first of 18 ends. Ellen Faulkner changes hand, goes to the forehand side this time. Very open hand, and she delivers. She's tight, playing with perhaps a little bit of weight. Should need to be with that sort of grass. It's going to swing across. I think she's going to do nothing at all. It's going to swing across, won't change anything. We'll wait for the indication. It looks like 3 shots. So we'll wait for the indicator. Take out 1, take out 2 black bowls. Will they take out the 3rd for the 3rd shot? You can see it there on the right. They get the measure out. Val Smith measures first of all the New Zealand bowl. Of course, it's a Joe Edwards bowl. So it has a look at that one. Then she'll swing around and have a look at that red bowl you can see there. And then we'll wait and see. Might. Nice to have another look at another red bowl.
Let's just look to get a bit more tape onto the red bowl. It's very close.
When you're measuring, of course, you can't push that measure too far and hit the bowl, because that then will make that measure null and void.
Yes, depending which bowl you hit. If you hit your own bowl, you would then be conceding another shot to the opposition. So she's handed the measure to Wendy King.
There is umpires to measure as well.
Yes, if the players are unable to agree on the situation, they will call an umpire to make the decision for them.
So it looks as though it may be the 3. Just wait and see from the indicator. It is 3. New Zealand leading England 3-0 after 1 of the 18 ends. Now, this is interesting. New Zealand pick up a 3 and they take the mat.
Very good start from New Zealand, and of course the winner of the previous end has the choice as to whether they wish to take the mat or hand it to their opposition, the mat and the jack. And on this occasion, New Zealand has decided that they're going to dominate, put the pressure on the English combination, take the mat, get the shots on the head early, and make it difficult for Ellen Faulkner.
Grab it. Go track, Smithy. Run this out, mate.
The first bowl of the 2nd end played by Val Smith. The New Zealanders elected to take the mat and put the pressure on the England pair.
Yes, they've taken the mat up approximately 3 metres from the 2 metre mark, which is out from the ditch, and thrown a full length jack. Val Smith coming up short by a good metre with her first bowl. Continuing down the same side of the green that she played her 4 opening bowls on. Encouragement we can hear from Ellen Faulkner for her lead. Wendy. Hello, that the weight's good. We can see the bowl drifting across the face of the jack there. Big finish on that hand. Big draw. Bowl cutting right across as the English manager watches on.
Smith with a 2nd.
Track's good again, mate.
She's played 8 different sports at representative level for Nelson,
Weight's a bit
and
better
2
too, I
at
think.
international level, bowls, and of course football, or soccer as it used to be called.
Lovely track,
She's a
mate.
very, very good sportswoman indeed. And I know that Joe Edwards too is a very good footballer, soccer player. In fact, Joe Edwards was born in Liverpool, England. So 3 England people on the green, 1 for New Zealand and 2 for England.
Once again, Wendy King, very similar line to her previous bowl.
In the middle, mate.
Just cutting the green a little bit. Needs to take the green on the hand that she's playing. We've seen it so often before, the big sweep that is on that side of the green. Light debris coming from behind the players.
Of course, Jo Edwards defending the title she won with Sharon Sims at the last World Bowls for women's. The first time that women and men have played at the same tournament, at the same venue. But in the last World Bowls, it was Sharon Sims and Jo Edwards that won the gold medal. And of course, they've also won, that combination had success at the Commonwealth Games with a gold medal in 2002 in Manchester. You might have seen that too on television. So she's a well-performed player. But now we focus on Wendy King from England's bowl. Oh, into the ditch she goes again. Wendy King, of course, these 18-second greens are a little bit different from what they used to in England, when it might be outdoors 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, certainly a lot quicker than the English greens are renowned for. 18-second, probably the quickest green that Wendy King has played on. And where her bowls are going is just being evidenced by some very loose bowls from the opening leads on this end, but Val Smith wishes to make amends with this one. She's tracking very nicely towards the jack. That's a very good bowl from Val Smith.
What about Val Smith then, as she explains to her tall skip, Jo Edwards, how I played that? They're a good combination, played a lot at Nelson level, national level, great friends. I remember when they started the game many years ago, quite a few years ago, must be quite a long time ago, they always discussed how it would be to win a gold medal together at the World Bowls. Well, they have the chance here. Can they convert the opportunity? They started, I think Jo started first in 1992. I think it might have been just a year later, or it was either one of the two. I think Val might have started 1991 first, and then coming in very quickly was Jo Edwards within a very short time.
No, it was actually Jo Edwards that started first, and the reason why I actually know that is that on her cap she is wearing number 35. That's an indication of when that she is the 35th women's player to represent New Zealand, whereas Val Smith is number 37.
I was talking more about when they started playing the game than playing for England, but well spotted. So they started the game, I think, a little bit earlier, Val Smith, 1 year early, and then Jo Edwards came into play. But there was some surprise, wasn't there, when Jo Edwards played for New Zealand first, when Val Smith was also playing so well, and they thought she might have missed out on an opportunity.
Oh, certainly so, and both players have developed from that stage, as we can see there from Jo Edwards. A magnificent bowl from Jo Edwards, rubbing off the front bowl of Val Smith. New Zealand currently holding 2.
Jo Edwards had 5 bowls. So far, 3 have been scoring. Two shots New Zealand, with Jo Edwards to deliver her second on the second end. New Zealand have got away very well here at Burnside. Great start. Interesting that Jo Edwards is playing down this very favoured side we saw so much of in the women's singles. It's got a beautiful draw. It really has. The black bowl coming home again with the silver fern. Anything behind the jack would be brilliant, and she has done just that.
Yes, Jo Edwards has certainly got into the groove very, very quickly, putting the pressure on the English combination. Ellen Faulkner under pressure. Looks to be better greened. You see the bowl tracking towards the jack. She gets the come on from her lead, Wendy. She's very, very well played. Oh, she sits on one of the shot bowls and falls out. There's still 2 shots to New Zealand.
Just look across the indicator, and Annette Piper says just the one now. So just to fill in. There they are in conversation. Much happier than they were a short time ago when they were 2 down. The marker says 1, Terry. I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced either. I think the angle that the marker is on, she is on the wider side from the shot bowls. Certainly looks to be 2 at the moment to New Zealand. We can see the blue bowl there with the chalk mark on it. That is definitely 1 shot. And we can see the black bowl of Jo Edwards short of the jack. To me, that is 2 shots.
And Annette Piper agrees now too. We saw a lot of this delivery, didn't we, from Ellen Faulkner in the final of the women's singles. Nice flowing action off the mat she comes. She's also prancing down following this one.
Well, certainly looks a lot wider than her previous bowl. Yes. A lot more green she took with that bowl. And once it started to come back towards the jack, the weight started falling off it, coming up short.
So one from Joe Edwards because they took the mat, then one from Ellen Faulkner. That will complete N2 of 18. But tighter line this time from Joe Edwards. Might be coming in towards the back door, and she's there for another shot. That's 3. What about Joe Edwards? She is on fire. She's drawing like a mustard plaster already.
Oh, great start from Joe Edwards on the first 2 opening ends. 5 of her 8 bowls have counted so far, and that is certainly a fantastic start for her as Ellen Faulkner looks to be playing with some weight, probing into it. Wants to get a catch onto the shot bowls. Looks to be wide. Can she get a result? She can't. She's a wide. It's 3 to New Zealand.
So we'll get the confirmation of the 3 shots. Taking out 3 already is Wendy King, and that will be 3. And it's New Zealand that leads England by 6-0 after 2 of the 18 ends. What a start from Joe Edwards. I heard some discussion in the grandstands that she was building up to be playing a lot better in the last couple of games. Well, this is sensational.
Oh, well, she couldn't have wished for a better start than this. 6 shots in the first end to the New Zealand combination as they continue to take the jack. Just wonder whether Val Smith is thrown in the ditch. And the situation that happens now is because the jack went into the ditch, her opposition will have the opportunity to place the mat where she desires and throw the length of end as she wishes.
So even though the jack has been delivered by England, it'll still be New Zealand that has the first bowl. Just redelivered the jack after Val Smith put the jack into the ditch after New Zealand took it again. So England's now determined the length, but New Zealand will have the first bowl.
Yes, I'm a little bit surprised with England. They've thrown the jack to the length that New Zealand has scored on the last 2 ends. New Zealand wanted to dominate the English combinations right from the start. They decided that they would take the jack and have continued to do so. Opportunity was given to the English lead, Wendy King, to change the length of the head, and I really feel that she's thrown it into a very similar position that New Zealand scored 3 shots on last time going this particular way.
That's a pretty good starter, Smithy.
Joe Edwards, pretty good starter, Smithy, and it is 2. Both players playing down the same side. If they play down one side and then back on the other side, they call that round the clock. But I think the theory, Terry Scott, is if you play down the same side, you've got the same weight going both ways, same green conditions.
Generally, you will find the leads in particular in the pairs game will go down one side of the green. They get a feel for it. They really, very rarely change, and generally that's because they have to. A bowl has been put in their way. So interesting that they've decided to stick to this side of the green.
From when we came down to inspect conditions at 7 o'clock this morning, has it changed the conditions of the green?
I think it's the green conditions haven't really changed too much. The wind has come up slightly. The overcast sky is gone. We're seeing a bit of blue sky starting to come around. But the green conditions itself, right down at the playing level, I don't think they'll be affected too much by the wind, and there wouldn't have been too much change.
They might sign off for overtime now, though, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, a very early start for the day.
Into a work is Wendy King with the red bowls, making it very easy for us as commentators, and you at home too, because England using the red bowls, New Zealand helpful too, with Joe Edwards with black and Val Smith with blue, and that red bowl will just about be shot. And she's far more delighted with that bowl than some of the other slightly loose ones that she's watched so far in that skipper's berth.
Yes, it's been a very nervous start from Wendy King. some very loose bowls in the opening 2 ends.
Come on, buddy. Hang around a bit.
That'll be shot. The blue ball from Val Smith of New Zealand. I'd like to be a manicure in Christchurch. A lot of work to be done on Gary Lawson's fingernails. A lot of work to be done on Val Smith's. Perhaps I'll just do the nail polish rather than the filing. What about that from Wendy King? Oh, that's a very good reply.
Yes, that's the bowl that Wendy King needed to produce to give her a bit of confidence, and we look at tracking towards the jack. Very, very good bowl. Wendy King picks up the jack. Doesn't quite stay with it. The jack moves on a little bit past the bowl. That just shows how quick this green is.
Well, quickly into her work is Val Smith too. She's on the run too, and it always looks narrow and short. It's a shocker.
Yes, Val Smith indicated very early that she wasn't happy with that bowl. Comes up very short.
You can have one bad bowl, Val. So the last bowl being delivered by the Leeds, 4 bowls each. Bit of support from the England supporters. Come on, Wendy. Oh, Wendy, you played it pretty well too. And Ellen Faulkner agrees.
It was amazing the green that bowl took. I was surprised when I saw her deliver it. I thought she was far too wide, and it just shows how much on that particular side of green the bowls are coming back. It was a very, very good bowl from Wendy King, and both her and Ellen Faulkner standing there discussing the situation, and very delighted with it at this stage in the third end.
And they look down, they see 3 now. This is a different proposition for the New Zealand skip, Jo Edwards. She's 3 down. She's not, you see it there, 1, 2, just a 2. Yes. Oh no, take the 3.
May well be just a 2 on that situation. Very close on the third.
So Jo Edwards could be 3 down, 2 down, 3 down. There's a bit more pressure on the skip now. Let's see how good she is, Jo Edwards from Nelson. Based in Christchurch for the last few months though, and I think she's based here now. She's definitely, she reduced the count to Scott.
Well, definitely has reduced the count. I think Jo Edwards be close to having second shot with that bowl.
All eyes on Annette Piper. See what she says. She says, oh yes, England with 1. Just the 1 to England now. That's the red bowl with the chalk mark on it. Then that black bowl must be second shot of Jo Edwards. She did well, reduced the count.
Very much so. It's a very good bowl from Jo Edwards.
On Faulkner. Born in Cambridge in England, sports development manager. I remember in the singles I said that she likes Lasagna. Got a very bad report from my dietitian when I said I loved it too. But she won't like that bowl.
Jo Edwards not happy with that bowl.
Well, it's the first loose one. She can deserve 1 in the game.
Certainly so. She's been, as I said earlier, quickly into her work in the final. Still the 1 shot to England. Jo Edwards delivered and dropped her head very quickly in respect of this bowl. She looks to have a lot more weight than what she had with the previous, but I realise that it does swing back very quickly on that hand, but no, she's on the outside. Ellen Faulkner be looking for some movement of the jack. She's got the 2 red bowls immediately past the jack. Opportunity for her to make shots. She chases the bowl down. Oh, far too heavy.
Discussion time there. And looking at the situation is Val Smith.
It's interesting. Val Smith said probably 2. So it's the bowl just short of the jack with the chalk on it, and the one immediately behind as Jo Edwards delivers her last bowl. Certainly got better green. Tracking a lot better towards the jack on this occasion. Very, very good bowl from Jo Edwards. She may have won. She may be unlucky. Well,
I think she might be 1 down, is she? What do you think? 1 bowl to come then from Ellen Faulkner. 1 to New Zealand. What a superb bowl from Jo Edwards. Our score indicator, Annette Piper, has just said it's 1 to New Zealand. That was a very good bowl.
Yes, it certainly was. Jo being a little bit wayward with her 3 previous bowls. So we see it tracking in towards jack, playing blindly, can't really see the jack from the map position. Picks it up, moves it to the side, and we can see the black bowl with the silver fern on it, and that is the shot bowl from Jo Edwards.
Sure, a lot of viewers are thinking, well, is it the closest or is the red one the closest? The angle just might be fooling a few people.
Yes, I think it is. If we can get a shot indicator here, which shows, well, it is very, very close. The way that Val Smith and Jo Edwards reacted, it certainly showed that they had the shot.
On the run is Ellen Faulkner of England. Anything could happen, and it could hit the gap too, and it finds the gap. Well, she's obviously 1 down, isn't she? And we'll wait for the indication to come up. It is 1 to New Zealand, and after 3 of the 18 ends, Jo Edwards and Val Smith lead Ellen Faulkner and Wendy King by 7-0. Jo Edwards is in amazing form here, and if she's waited just through to the final to produce the best, well, she's definitely done it. Look at that scoring run, 3-3-1, 7-0, and Jo Edwards is playing brilliantly.
Oh, the ideal start for New Zealand. Magnificent start to kick off with 7 shots in the first 3 ends, remembering that we play to 18 ends. As Val Smith once again took the mat and the jack, put the jack into the ditch. I think we'll see a change of length here from the English combination. They haven't succeeded at all on the last 3 ends, which have been near full length. I'm sure that we'll see a reduction in the length. As Wendy King delivers the jack, we can see in the far end Ellen Faulkner.
New Zealand delivers the jack first of all and put it in the ditch, so England now have it, and they've delivered it short, but New Zealand again have the first bowl. Is that a major problem for New Zealand?
Oh, I don't think it really is at this stage. They're certainly wanting to dominate play. They know the length of end they want to play. I think they've probably done some research on this English combination, realised that perhaps the longer end may be their weaker point. So they want to kick it right up there and put the pressure on the English combination. But England having the opportunity here to reply. But Val Smith says it doesn't worry me where the jack is. I'm going to draw to it and I'm going to get a toucher and put the pressure back on you, England, once again.
Marvellous bowl from the little New Zealander, Val Smith. Oh, she is so bubbly on the green. She just loves playing the game, and she loves it when she can get it right next to the jack and put some pressure on the lead for England, Wendy King. And she's on target too. What about that for a draw ball from Wendy King? Anything I can do, you can do better. That's what she's saying, I'm sure.
Oh yes, a great response from Wendy King. She not only just set the New Zealand bowl off, but got a toucher herself. That's why they gave it a little chalk mark. We see it here. Then falls over in front of the jack. Excellent bowl, Wendy King.
Now the reply from Val Smith. First it was New Zealand, then it's England. Now it's
Come on,
Val
mate.
Smith again in the area. In the area. Big chance. Oh,
Val,
just
today.
slipped past, but it's a great
There you
ball
go.
there.
Oh, this is the bowls that the spectators came to see. The players were all a little bit loose in the opening ends, except for Joe Edwards. But now they're certainly displaying a full range of their skills, and the lead bowls from these two players on this particular end has been quite outstanding so far.
What now from Wendy King? Nice line, just probably the weight. Oh, it just slips across, but it's still pretty close, isn't it?
There close, Val.
Wow. It's a great display of lead bowls.
Just one.
Just a little crack and egg shot, just tap on that red ball.
Val Smith just needs to play the same as her previous two bowls, and if she gets any connection with the red bowl, the jack is going to move back to her. And she's just on the draw. She doesn't want to be playing with too much weight, spring it wide open.
No, it's okay.
Just a little bit heavy
That's
for a
right,
green.
okay.
Plenty of encouragement for both these two great mates from Nelson. They learnt the game together, and now here they are in the world stage playing for a gold medal against England. Oh, what a fairy tale this would be. But they're playing against an England team of Ellen Faulkner and Wendy King that definitely have the expertise and the brilliance to win. They upset Australia yesterday in a sensational last bowl from Ellen Faulkner, and Australia were odds on to win the competition.
Oh, certainly so. It was one of the great games of the tournament to see, and England taking that out by one shot, all square, playing the last end. It was some fantastic bowls on the last end. It looked a hopeless situation for the English combination until Ellen Faulkner played her last bowl and just got an edge on her own. Only bowl on the head, turning it over in front of the jack for shot. And unfortunately for Australia, Karen Murphy was unable to play the big bowl that would have given Australia a win and a place in this final against New Zealand today.
Yes, on the previous end, Karen Murphy drove when she was in real danger and had a huge result that kept her side in the game, and then the cruel luck or brilliance of Ellen Faulkner just turned that around. So England in the final against New Zealand, and this could assist the New Zealanders, and it has. Oh, Wendy King was narrow and played the perfect shot for New Zealand. New Zealand 2.
Oh, yes, that's an unfortunate situation for Wendy King. She'll be disappointed with that because she was a very, very well weighted bowl. She just needed to get on the outside of the shot bowl, but connected it square. The jack moved back to the two Val Smith bowls behind. She was just showing Val Smith how she should have played it.
Little crack and egg shot she played, and she played it for New Zealand because they now have a couple of shots, if not three, definitely two. And now you'll see Val Smith shortly. She's indicated at the moment to Joe Edwards, I want to be just behind the jack, please, Joe, mate. And that's where Joe is playing it, just behind the jack.
Yes, I'm sure that Ellen Faulkner will not be short with her bowl. England need to get on the scoreboard. And a very good bowl from Joe Edwards. We see that finishing a metre behind the jack where Val Smith indicated she wanted a bowl. England with 4 short bowls, the red bowls of England. Unfortunately for Wendy King, holding one shot after a magnificent opening bowl, then giving a shot away with her last. Ellen Faulkner on the forehand, having a run at it, looking for her options. It looks to be wide. Well, I just really wonder as to whether she is on the right hand. To me, it looked like a great shot down on her backhand, playing through the bowls, the shorter bowls, getting a catch on the shot ones. The jack was an opportunity for her if she played it with the correct weight to get it right through to the ditch, and she would come through herself. So it does surprise me a little bit.
Joe Edwards again looking for a position bowl behind the head. Val Smith just planted her foot in a position where she wants this black bowl to end up, and it'll be towards the back. That's fine. Yeah.
Close to drawing another shot. Well, I think Helen Faulkner's got to come down on that backhand between the two red bowls, and she must have been listening to me, because that's what she's elected to do. Change to the other side. Looks to be wide once again, and it is. It's definitely on the right hand.
She needed to be rattling into those bowls though, Terry. If she was narrow, it wouldn't have mattered. She needs a big result.
Yes, there's opportunities for her there to get a result. The real danger for her is, of course, that they have nothing past the jack, and we can see all the bowls there. The blue and the black bowls of New Zealand are the only ones past the jack, and Val Smith has said to Joe Edwards, we've got two, let's put another one around there.
Joe Edwards again going towards the back of the rink, and if that jack comes back now and Ellen Faulkner doesn't stay with it on the rink, she could be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be a disaster, but she's going to go again, I'm sure. It's Ellen Faulkner raiding towards the jack and the head. It's on its way. She's pulled that slightly. She is going to get a result though. She'll hit something, and she just gets the edge of a red bowl and no change.
Well, she's made it a lot harder for herself. She got the edge of her own red bowl and came in short. Well, it went across the face of the head. The gap that she had there before is no longer there. Made it very difficult for her. As we see the bowl come down, edge of the red bowl, closes the gap, shuts the door.
Now, so Joe Edwards says, well, I think I'll draw one now and add to the count. Has two, looking to make it three. Skirt past that blue bowl and stop, and she has just run on. Drive, and she could be in deep trouble at the back. Down the bottom of the pitch, you see all the line-up of New Zealand bowls.
Oh, Ellen Faulkner can't afford to play anywhere the weight that she had with her previous bowl. I think she just needs to look at going back to the forehand with some controlled weight, trying to catch on to the shot bowls. She certainly can't afford for the jack to go back. She would be looking at dropping a 5, 6 or 7.
So it is Ellen Faulkner with the last bowl on this, the fourth end. New Zealand leading 7-0. She's on the forehand, just on a little bit of weight. Now this would need to bend, and it starts to bend now. She needs to play it onto her own red bowls and push them up. She doesn't need to do that. In fact, she's got second shot. Well, not a bad bowl. Perhaps she should have played it that way in the first couple of bowls. It's 1 to New Zealand, and it's New Zealand with a shutout. They lead by 8-0 after 4 of the 18 ends.
Well, there we can see it. The 4 ends completed. New Zealand leading by 8-0. And an interesting move from the New Zealanders, winning the last end, have now handed the mat and the jack over to their opposition.
First bowl for the England lead, Wendy King. Change here. Well, New Zealand have said, well, we can't deliver the jack and keep it on the island and get the last bowl. We might as well give it to England now, and we'll take the last bowl.
I think what New Zealand has done is exerted their dominance for a start and said, well, we can actually play any length of end, so we might as well have the last bowl. And we've seen the various lengths that have been played so far. New Zealand has performed very, very well.
Grass Smithers.
Come on, Smithers. Not Smithy this time, it's Smithers, and she is coming to a nice home.
Got a yard and a bit.
Heavy, but behind the jack. And I think that's been the difference between the two players off the front, and also even the skips, is that New Zealand have bowls behind the head.
Yes, we certainly saw it on the last end, and there was all sorts of danger for Ellen Faulkner when she had 4 short bowls. Wanted to really play through it, but every bowl past the jack was a New Zealand bowl. A little bit wayward here from Wendy King. She needs to start laying a foundation for Ellen Faulkner. Ellen Faulkner, a very good shot player and a very good draw player, but she can't do it all by herself. It's Wendy King who needs to give her some assistance, and particularly if Val Smith is a little bit wayward, Wendy King needs to jump in.
Where now?
Val Smith.
Where now?
Right on target again.
How close are
Handy.
they?
You
Very
can
close,
see
2
Wendy
feet.
King. Wendy King's got an interesting hobby. It's card making. Now, if she wants to make a card, congratulations, I'm a world champion. I think she wants to start getting a little bit closer and get some pressure off the front on Val Smith, which will transfer pressure to Joe Edwards.
Beat your own, buddy.
Oh, she's getting all the encouragement that she needs from her skip, but is unable to produce the bowl, the shot for her. Ellen Faulkner being very encouraging. It's bowls that are quite wayward.
Back again, mate. That's a bit better weight, I think. Come on. Come on, Val. Come on.
Here it comes again from Val Smith, the lead for New Zealand. That's close enough. Great line, it just stopped on them.
And the last bowl of Wendy King. Delivers. Short step out. Looks to have better weight. Looks to be better targeted. Tracking towards the jack, get past the blue bowl, and she's got the shot, and she has certainly. So that's one of the better bowls from Wendy King.
Oh, you can start on that card. It could read congratulations. Big crowd in too. That grandstand is pretty full, but under the gum tree shade. Bit of a cooling breeze too this afternoon. I think it's probably one of the biggest crowds we've seen at the finals so far. Still plenty of space here though. If you're watching the bowls, you're in the Christchurch area, get down here. You can still see what is going to be a very good final, as Val Smith is wayward, but still plenty of opportunities to see first class bowls action here at Burnside in the women's pairs final, playing for gold.
Joe Edwards wandering back and moves forward gracefully. The bowl for Ellen Faulkner to deliver. As we can see there, the red bowl of England, definitely one shot, and the other bowls, well, I don't think they'll come into play. They're well away from the jack.
Not too bad from Ellen Faulkner. There's another shot. England have two. And now we see the ball from Joe Edwards, her first. Got a bowl in the running, so she can play through one of the Val Smith blue bowls that she could knock up for shot. Or she could get shot itself. It's a bit narrow.
Yes, Joe Edwards, just a little bit narrow. Perfect weight for it. Finished very well weighted bowl. It needs to come around the blue bowl that we can see sitting there at the top of the screen to get the shot. Struggle to get it underneath it. Wendy is Ellen Faulkner. Delivering her second. And gets the result off the last bowl that was played by Joe Edwards. It's two shots to the England combination. Even possibly moving that bowl, she may have brought the red bowl of England that's back and behind her to contention. So we can see the bowl coming in, tracking towards the black bowl, turning it back. Definitely two, and possibly those three bowls there. We can see the three red bowls of England all counting as shots.
So Val Smith says you can come through my bowl or
Miss it, Val.
perhaps just inside it. And falls out.
definitely reduced the count to 2.
You think the line's outside that blue bowl, Terry?
I really think she's got to be around the blue bowl to actually draw the shot. I'm wondering the way she was looking when she first came back to the mat, whether she might play with some weight for the shot bowl. That certainly changed very quickly after the last bowl from Ellen Faulkner, which gave the English combination 3. Ellen Faulkner once again. Well, she's coming off those bowls. She's making full use of Joe Edwards' bowls that she has played narrow across the head. It's definitely 2, probably 3. I think it's probably 3 to England.
3 to England, and Joe Edwards with the second to last bowl of hers. Then we'll see one from Ellen Faulkner as well. So let's see Terry Scott's line. He says when the blue one comes into view here, it should be around it. There's the blue bowl. It's around it and just too much weight.
Yeah, she was around it. It was a good green line, but had far too much weight. That bowl went through a good 2.5 metres. Really only just looking at draw. She's got to make up her mind that she is actually drawing rather than trying to promote the blue bowl. She's 3 down. There's opportunities if she does come underneath it that she could get second shot. She's got to play the draw situation. We can see there definitely 3 shots to England.
No doubt about that. 3 shots. The black bowl's the 4th, so it's 3 red bowls. Chance for 4 for Ellen Faulkner. She's gone a lot wider this time. She's going around the world.
I think
but she wants a back bowl.
I think she may have realised that the New Zealanders have been thinking of playing a weighted shot to it. Then they had the 2 back bowls. Ellen Faulkner's keen to get on the scoreboard, take her 3, get some cover at the back.
Last bowl then on the 5th end. New Zealand lead 8-0. England holding 3 shots. A big bowl for the Blackjacks and Joe Edwards. Narrow, it'll fly across. They have to get a huge wick if it's got the weight, and it hasn't. Well, it was pretty ineffectual. She needed to be up. If you're down, you've got to be up. So we'll wait and see. I'm sure it'll be 3 shots. 1, 2 come out, take out the 3, and it will be England that score. 3 shots, or is it 2? Just the 2 shots. They score just the 2, and it is New Zealand that leads by 8-2 after 5 of the 18 ends. England take the jack. Win an end and they take the jack.
Certainly a lot happier playing the shorter length end. Saw it on that occasion. It's interesting to have seen Ellen Faulkner. She went onto that hand that she played so often during her singles game, and even though she got the result off the Joe Edwards bowls, she got bowls in the area, and I think we might see it as the game goes on, that she will continue to play down that particular side of the green where the opportunity prevails.
Are you surprised that Val Smith is not playing down that side as she did so well on the singles on that side?
It certainly does surprise me. She played very well.
And England's taken the jack. They've determined the end length that they require. First bowl's been delivered. You see it on screen, the red bowl. That's Wendy King's first bowl. Scoreline reads New Zealand leading 8-2 after 5 of the 18 ends. And the reply now from Val Smith. And Val Smith hasn't had a decent go down the side she played so well on in the singles match.
Well, I mean, she won a singles game 21-13 by drawing down one side of the green. She's come out here into this fours final and has decided to go down the other side. It does surprise me. It's not as if, you know, she's not playing poor, but she's just not playing as consistent as what she started off in that singles game. I really would love to see her change back to the other side of the green. However, the New Zealand combination, they're up by 8-2. We can't complain too much.
Wendy King. Be well on target too. She could pick up this yellow jack. She has done so. Oh, Wendy King, you've arrived back. Last couple of ends, you've started to get on top of Val Smith a bit.
Yes, we can see the bowl of Wendy King, the encouragement from her skip. She picks up the jack and trails it back a good metre and a half. As we see the blue bowl. Val Smith tracking towards the shot bowl. She passed it. She certainly passed it. Oh, just a little bit too much weight. Finishes up a good metre past the jack. It's one shot to England.
The jack off the centre line now. That makes it just a little bit different. You'll see there the jack just the right of the white chalk mark, you see. So they have to change their green. And if it slips fast there, she's got two. Wendy King really coming into her game now. It changes so much in terms of the skip on how she feels. She's getting bowls on the head and the pressure comes on Val Smith a bit.
Certainly has. Val Smith delivering her third bowl. I want to get something close for Jo Edwards. She's starting to take a bit of interest in it. She needs to get around the red bowl, and she has. Will it stop in time? Doesn't stop in time. Still one to England. Definitely one. The bowl on the left-hand side is the shot bowl.
This has been a very good end so far for Wendy King. Dropped away a bit then. Left her short.
You beat yours. Only going through that.
One and a measure at the moment for England. On the run, Val Smith
Got better grass,
dancing after this one. Grass is good. It's just about the weight. It just seems to run on a bit. Starting to arrive now, and would need to fall in. It's close.
Oh, that's the shot. Very good bowl, Val Smith. She just needed to take that little bit more grass than what she had with her previous bowls, and that would have counted for the weight that she had. I don't think she changed her weight at all, but just that little bit more green. Once it started turning, the weight was coming off it. Drew an excellent bowl from Val Smith.
1 to New Zealand. The blue bowl you see on screen there is the shot. Val Smith had a good line, didn't she? All three bowls just didn't stop in the grass. The extra grass just brought it into towards the jack.
It's a very good bowl from Val Smith. There's Ellen Faulkner also coming down in the forehand. Looks to be tight and underneath. I don't know if she's got the weight even to reach it. Oh, coming up sadly short. See across the centre line there, well short of where the jack is. That's a poor bowl from Ellen Faulkner.
Not sure, I don't think.
And you look at Jo Edwards' performances in the Commonwealth Games, gold in the pairs in 2002, World Bowls 2004, and here she is in a final in 2008. She is one of the world's best pairs players, just no doubt about that at all. Good home there for Jo Edwards as Val Smith applauds her, and she has just dominated the game of pairs worldwide.
Certainly has built up an outstanding record in the pairs discipline of the game. I think we saw that being evidenced in the opening 3 ends of this game.
Well, the English skip won't be happy with that one either. She's gone very deep. Val Smith watches. Jo Edwards, the skip, a great friend from Nelson.
Yes, well, Ellen Faulkner should be wanting a vast improvement on her last 2 bowls. One very, very short, one a long way over. She needs to split the difference. Good encouragement as it's tracking towards the jack. I'm not sure if she's got enough weight to get past the blue one. No, gets it on the outside. Well, may create some opportunities for her.
Did he?
Joe Edwards, shy, coming up short. Well, Ellen Faulkner, I think she'll have a look at the opportunity with playing some weight to get some connection on the two bowls that are sitting to the to this side of the jack as we view it. The blue bowl, which is the shot. Now she needs to play with some weight to get down onto the red bowl. That'll punch the blue one off the head. Opportunity for England to pick up 2 or 3 shots.
One bowl to come from Ellen Faulkner, one to come from Joe Edwards. And that will complete the end number 6. And 18 ends as they play for gold here. She's on the probe, always looks wide, and she'll change nothing. So Joe Edwards, will she play her last bowl?
Yeah.
I don't think there's really too much danger for Joe Edwards. She just needs to make sure that she keeps her green. Doesn't want to be getting in near the red bowl, which is second shot. Opportunity for her to draw another one with caution.
Last bowl then on the 6th end being played by Joe Edwards of New Zealand. It's wide, she's timid. It'll only be the one shot then to New Zealand as that black ball comes to rest, no change. And the lead for England, Wendy King, will survey the scene and get out a measure and have a look at it. We're pretty confident that it's going to be a shot to New Zealand. The shot indicator was giving us plenty of indication it was New Zealand, so they will take out the measure, put it on the black bowl. They'll take one, will New Zealand. 6 ends gone in the 18 ends final here at Burnside, and it's New Zealand that leads by 9-2. And as you can see there, it's just one end at the moment that they have won, just the one end, and it was on the 5th end. And Ian Schuback joins me. Shu, good to have you in the commentary position, and there's no doubt that New Zealand has got away to a flyer, and Joe Edwards is dominating.
Absolutely, Stu. No doubt buoyed by the New Zealand success.
Last week, they were very good last week, weren't they?
Fantastic. Val being the world singles champion, going for the double.
Well, she's dominated pairs, hasn't she, Joe Edwards? You know, when you take the Commonwealth Games, also World Bowls, last time with Sharon Sims, and this time she has dominated. And New Zealand dominating at the moment by 9-2 after 6 of the 18 ends. But a good opener here from Wendy King from England. And Ian Schuback, I think that Wendy King is coming onto her game pretty well off the front.
Yes, well, she'll need to, Stu. At the moment, 7 behind. It's not a disaster at the moment, but they really need to win consecutive ends. And with only one double in the match, that's far from the perfect opener that the English girls would have been wanting.
This is pretty significant. For the first time, Val Smith's coming down the forehand side. Now, she played that hand for one whole singles game and dominated. Finally, she's decided to go back to there.
Yeah, well, maybe it's quicker. 2.5 metres overweight. It's all about correction. The good thing for Val is the fact that she's nailed the line with the opening bowl. So now it's just a question of correcting the weight. This is a lot wider hand, this backhand.
And Wendy King's played it pretty well. She has 2. We were surprised earlier on with Val Smith playing a whole singles game all down this side that she started on the backhand.
Yes, well, to me, I think the forehand is not quite as wide, Stu. It seems to be a kind of arc. If you just watch this bowl come back to the line, whereas the other side, there's a real big swoop. So it's a gentle arc. Very good correction. Oh, she's drawn the shot.
She's back is Val Smith. It's a good battle up front, Wendy King and Val Smith. And it is Wendy King that had the advantage early on. Now she's come back strongly, Val Smith, and she holds shot with the blue ball. 9-2, battle for gold here at Burnside. And changing her hand because that last blue ball could have been in the running. You'll see it now that she's coming the other hand now, Wendy King, the one that both Ian Schuback and I quite like. And she's got the jack and she has 3 shots.
And just hitting the jack too, Stu, so what a turnaround that was.
Get onto that.
It is obviously the best hand.
Give us another close
Well,
one.
I thought so. I've just really thought so. Well, sideline now is Terry Scott, and sideline at last, Terry, you can see the line of these bowls, and are you surprised? Val Smith is finally on this forehand side, coming away from the commentary position.
Yes, it certainly has come to the situation where she needed to change, and it's what we have talked about previously. So I think it's great that we're seeing her on that hand now.
Drop, Val.
Val Smith with a little chance. And no change, but it was a good line. Well, we've got the experts, and Terry Scott is greenside. Ian Schuback, is alongside me. And we've got the experts to analyse and dissect this crucial game to decide who wins gold medal, New Zealand and England. And I guess your impartiality, Shu, can be recommended as well.
Absolutely. I think England... big opportunity here, Stu. They've got a good 3. There's no big target to be driving at. I don't know why she's running for cover so early.
Hey, you either draw or you hit it.
Draw or hit it. Well, that's a good skip, isn't it? Take your pick, Val.
They're great mates, I'm sure, and they've played a lot together. And I think Val Smith might be on the attack here. The Nelson player, winner of the gold medal in the singles. It's Val Smith of New Zealand on the attack here at Burnside. Well, she's pulled that badly.
Yes, there's a nice gap there, Stu, between the second and third shots and the jack. There's no great target to be driving at. I was a little surprised.
Yeah, a little bit, but give it a chance. Eh?
But Joe's feeling very confident. She's allowed the lead to have a drive.
And plenty of support too for England, like there always is. Not quite the numbers we've had at other World Championship matches overseas, but when they arrive, they are vocal. You can see clearly there's the 3 red bowls, that's 3 shots.
Very important here that Ellen does not plug the gap, but must stay wide, try to make it count, but not put a bowl just to the left of the jack as we're looking from behind the head.
She's left a huge gap, hasn't she? And Jo Edwards is on the launching pad, swinging her arm in anticipation of the drive. She's on the drive, and she is in the area. She gets 1 bowl only. She nearly got the gap.
It's already looking like a forehand draw shot to the jack, with her maybe looking at the drive. Unlucky to only dislodge 1, not the 2. Ellen staying on the backhand, but I'm sure she's thinking if Jo drives and misses, she could trail the jack on the forehand for 4 or 5 shots. Just passing this time would be ideal. Jo needs to be very careful here. She would not want to slice the edge of the jack.
So at the moment it's England at the hold 2. New Zealand lead 9-2. She's on the drive again, and she'll get 1 more out. So she is now 1 down. Well, red bowls are disappearing and the count's reducing.
I can't really understand. That's a good drive. Just 1 out, that's okay. I cannot understand Ellen not playing the forehand underneath. It's a little bit risky, but the reward is big for a trail of the jack. She cannot get to the jack on the backhand side.
Right behind the head is Terry Scott, and Terry, there's the catches there on that left-hand side, or you can see on our right-hand side of the picture, the red bowls. Why isn't she dragging the jack?
Oh, I'm certainly surprised about that as well. There's opportunities there for her to play down on the forehand, the hand that she knows so well, to move the jack 3 or 4 shots, whereas Jo Edwards is having a free rein here with the drive shots, just plucking 1 bowl out at a time.
Big chance here to hit the gap.
Now, surely Ellen must take this risk on the forehand underneath the trail of the jack for 4 or 5 shots.
That sort of count would put these English supporters up off their feet and really yelling loud. So what will she do? Will she take Shu's advice and play forehand, try and drag the jack, or will she maintain the backhand? No, she won't take the advice. She'll maintain the backhand. Well, there's a big chance of getting a huge count here.
You don't get too many opportunities in a World Championship final, Stewie, and I just cannot believe there's no certainty that Ellen will draw a second. She had an opportunity to make 4. A little bit heavy, needs to crash, and that's a good result for New Zealand. Have to be wayward drive, Stu, but if Joe drives and hits the front blue bowl and takes the other blue bowl out,
4 down.
I think this is fraught with danger.
Well, when you're leading 9-2, you don't take dangers.
No, and you must take your medicine. Draw the shot, just go 1 down if you miss. If she drives, she may score 1.
Yeah.
If it goes sour, she could drop 2 or 3.
Oh, she's going again. Well, here we go. There's Val Smith watching on. Here is the drive coming from Joe Edwards of New Zealand. Well, she's not going to get a blue bowl, and she's going to get the jack, and it bounces back. Oh, it's a slice of heaven for New Zealand. What about that? New Zealand scored 2. Oh, my goodness gracious me.
Well, at one stage, England were holding 4, Stu. The jack did go out to the side. She was so lucky. Just watch this jack. Got a piece of the jack. It ricocheted back. Whoa, what a result.
A slice of heaven for New Zealand, and New Zealand lead by 11-2 after 7 of the 18 ends. Goodness gracious me. It's like the Dodgems.
Well, when you're playing full of confidence and you think confidently, generally you get good results, and that's what Joe Edwards got.
Oh, so much excitement at Burnside. Back at the Dodgems at the Burnside Bowling Greens, as we saw the jack going from shot to shot and end up with 2 for New Zealand. Now we've seen the opener from Wendy King from England, and we see the reply from Val Smith. Well, unbelievable. Terry Scott, you had a good view of that. What about that?
Oh, well, to be quite honest, that shot was quite fraught with danger, and it just about went England's way, because Joe Edwards actually touched the jack. It went across. England were laying 4 shots when it decided it would go back to the New Zealand bowls. Very, very risky shot to play, and I was rather surprised. I was equally surprised that the bowl before, Alan Faulkner, did not play on the forehand to get the movement of the jack and put the pressure back on Joe Edwards.
Well, that's right, Terry. There was an opportunity for Ellen to trail the jack for 4, and then Joe would have had to draw to save, and she did not take the risk, Ellen, and it was a very defensive tactic, and she's paid a heavy price for not taking the opportunity that was presented.
Blue ball on the picture is New Zealand's. That's Val Smith. She holds shot, has 1. Frustration from the England skip, Alan Faulkner. 11-2. Has shot, looking for a second now. She's down the side that we saw so much of Val Smith playing in the singles final, where she won gold. Seems to be a nice draw hand here towards the back. 11-2 down. You look at the scoreboard and you're the England players. Do you start to really wonder if you're going to get back in this match?
Well, Mary Price is the English coach behind the rink, and I still... it's beyond my belief that Ellen didn't try to make the 4 shots on offer. I think they're playing without confidence, Stewie, and How would Vel and Joe be feeling now? I think they're almost impossible to stop now, especially after the fortunate luck they had on that previous end.
Was one of the great slices of heaven, and there's the manager. Well, she's starting to say, well, how can we get back from this? What part do they play in the game, though, the manager?
Well, quite often when you're in the heat of battle, you just sometimes don't think too clearly, and the first sign of pressure is usually poor decision making, and that's why the coaches are there, just to call the players up to the edge of the rink and say, look, why don't you switch and trail the jack for 4? Very defensive tactics from England.
Dealing with 1. We see again Wendy King. I think she's come back pretty well from what was a wayward start.
Well, one thing you do not do is drop 4 short bowls as a lead, Stewie, and that are the worst possible 4 bowls that England could have hoped for.
And it's been a little bit like that for England for the whole game. They've been far too short. They've left New Zealand the opportunities at the back, and it's not the England psyche. The England psyche is to have bowls at the back and playing through the head.
I think the green is so fast that they've been frightened by the speed and they're dropping short.
And because Wendy had some bowls into the ditch early on, Wendy King, that lost her confidence a bit. Conditions outside, Terry Scott, and I know they'll be taxing for you. Is it hot and is it sticky, and will the greens be starting to take a bit of that moisture up, and what's the wind conditions?
It's certainly a lot stickier out here than what it was earlier on in the day, and I think that there may well be some moisture just starting to come out of the green a little bit. The wind is definitely not having an effect on the bowls at ground level. I'm sitting very high in the stands at the present time, and I don't feel any of the breeze at all. It's just the flags above me are just wafting away slightly in the wind. So at green level they're not affecting the bowls at all, but there's maybe a little bit of moisture coming out of the green as the day's going on, and that could, well, maybe I'm just making an excuse for Wendy King's short bowls.
Another short one from the skip now.
I cannot believe it. Ellen needed the shot and she needed a backward. But with just one delivery, that's impossible. But she did not need a 5th short bowl.
Pence of Wendy King. I know that Terry Scott would have done the slip slop and put plenty on all over the head region, or might even be a hat.
So even if this bowl coming in now doesn't count, it's still going to favour Joe with her next 3. If she could get through the gap or trail the jack, Alan could actually come through the gap, push the jack to be 4 down. So there's nothing at all for Ellen Faulkner to play but a defensive draw shot.
That's the class of Ellen Faulkner as it arrives right next to the jack. Oh, what a superb effort from Ellen Faulkner.
Well, it certainly is a great shot, Stu, but now there's a 4-hand trail on. I'm sure Val will suggest it. No, get one close first. So just New Zealand building the head. What a beautiful toucher around the short bowl. Got the shot.
And celebrate as well. So get one close is the medicine that Shu says. It's got a nice track. Just the weight now.
Well, they've got 2 seconds now and 3 behind. So there's a beautiful shot on the 4-hand for Joe Edwards to come through the 2 English short bowls, trail the jack for 4 or 5. Ellen, she's got to cover the back. Can ill afford to try to draw a second shot and see finish short there just in the front of the jack. She needs to cover those 3 bowls in a group at the back, preempting what Joe Edwards will be playing. Joe could even play backhand with weight and slice the jack off the shot bowl.
She's definitely looking for a position. She's going to be over. She's got pretty well where she wanted to go. She needs to keep going. Was better, a lot better. What now for Joe Edwards?
Here comes the 4-hand trail through the jack, through that gap, and looking for movement of the jack or the shot bowl. This is the type of shot that Joe Edwards is really excels at playing. She loves this type of shot.
So it's the probing shot. She needs the gap. She won't get it, but she might get still the result. She comes on through and... Oh.
Well, New Zealand now, Stu, have got 3 seconds, so that Allen's last bowl was removed. So it's crucial that Alan Faulkner draw another close bowl, because Joe will be driving now at the shot bowl.
The last 2 bowls then on the 8th end. 8th of 18 in the final. The battle for gold here between England and New Zealand. A lot of interest in these next 2 bowls. This one, first of all, well, that's going to come across the face. The only thing she could do is block up the gap. She's not going to do that. She's going to come across the face. And here's the opportunity for Jo Edwards. Pluck out the red bowl you see next to the jack, and she's got 1, 2, 3.
Not much danger either. The jack behind is good value. This could already be a match-winning shot on the 8th end.
Jo Edwards of New Zealand is on the probe, looking to run out the red bowl that'll come into your screen soon. There's the red bowl. Will she get it? No, she doesn't. She got wooded up. She was just too wide. It'll be 1 to England, and after 8 ends is England leading by 11 to 2. You see there, it's been just dominated, 11-3, dominated by New Zealand, just the 2 and a single. 11-3 though, Stu, they're still in the game.
Yes, but those multiple counts on the end 1 and 2 where they've led 6-0, that's costly for England, getting away to such a poor start.
As Wendy King arrives just behind the jack, it's New Zealand that leads by 11-3. And for the England side, Shu, it's just a matter of getting bowls close and getting some pressure on this New Zealand pair.
Now, the problem is now, Stewie, that the ends are starting to run out. They're 8 behind, and, you know, only 10 ends left. So they're getting to the stage where they need multiple counts. So Val and Joe will be able to just defend the lead that they have.
Like this, well.
She has played it well too. Oh, what about this from Val Smith? That's a very good opener. She's back on her favourite hand too. That was a strange decision to start off that other hand.
Well, I'm a little surprised that Alan Faulkner is leaving Wendy on this wide, swooping backhand. If you get out a little bit wide, it doesn't turn. If you underline, it'll swoop away narrow. And look at that. That's beautiful weight, but it's 1.5 meters wide.
New Zealand with 1, looking to make it 2. Just got a nice look about it, this hand.
Yes, and tactically, Stu, you cannot afford, if you're trailing, tactically you cannot afford the opposition lead to have the hand all on their own. You must go with them, not play the other side. It's okay if you're winning, but if you're trailing, you must swap sides and get on the same hand as your opponent.
Terry Scott from behind the head. What does this hand look like that Wendy King's playing?
Oh, it's building up lovely for the New Zealand combination here. Wendy King, of course, on the backhand that she's played on so often, has got a far better bowl on this occasion. But I couldn't agree more. I'm actually delighted to see Val Smith go over onto the hand that she's been so successful in the past. It's still New Zealand that's holding the 1 shot at the present time, the very first bowl that Val Smith put down. So it's good to see Val Smith back onto her hand, and she can dominate the lead positions. It will certainly be great for Jo Edwards.
Just picking up on what Terry said, for our non-bowling viewers. Oh, this is excellent. Excellent leading, Val Smith. There's only two things you need in this game, line and length. The players like to get their line early and then just spend 100% of concentration on feeling the weight. But if you're still, after 8 ends and 2 trial ends, struggling to find the line, as Wendy King is, you've got to certainly get on the other side of the rink. Now, this will swing narrow because she's slightly under the line. She'll want the jack. Well, that's a worst possible result for England.
And she was flying. She was flying. She was narrow and heavy.
Metre and a half wide with the previous bowl. See that red bowl on the left, and this time, look at that English bowl swoop, 2 metres narrow.
Into there, it's good too.
But Val Smith, she's got a great position now. She's got a nice open hand. She's got the line. She just wants to be a little bit over the head. So she's covering a couple of the England red bowls, which you'll see on screen shortly. And it's just a position bowl. This is a defensive bowl.
Covering and counting, I'd suggest, Stu, just drawing to the back English bowl. She's a little bit tight, would not want to slice the jack. The weight was good, just a little bit narrow. A good drive shot on here. England have a good 2 seconds, maybe 3. So we may see an attacking shot unless Joe Edwards could change this head.
It's on here, isn't it? You can just see the runner down on the blue bowls, movement of the jack. They could get a couple. If they stay with it, they could have 3. Opportunity for Ellen Faulkner. She's playing tightish, looking to arrive on the 2 blue bowls that you see there to the right of the jack. Arrive, and any movement of the jack, if she gets the jack itself, it'd be even better for her. Oh, she gets the jack, and she gets, oh, what about that? A slice of hell again.
Well, Val Smith, she must be psychic. She knew where the jack was going. Straight to her last bowl. Generally on these speeds of greens, you draw or go very quick, and to play that 3 or 4 metres through the head shot that Alan just tried, it's so difficult. We saw on the previous end in this direction, Joe Edwards had 4 drives, Val Smith had 1. They had 5 drives out of 8 deliveries. That's the way to attack on these fast greens when you are down on the head, not to play that in-between weight.
And we saw that nothing more than in the singles semi-final with Ali Forsyth and your man, your singles player Sheriff. What a great ball that is from Joe Edwards, because he was playing half-weighted shots, and sure, he got a couple, but when the crunch came, he just wasn't there.
Yeah, it's the conditions do have a lot to do with it, and especially if the wind's up. It's just a gentle breeze. We heard Terry Scott say out on the rink side that the wind is not affecting the bowls today, so you can try those in between weighted shots, but you need to be so precise.
Dropped it short. Oh, if you're down, you've got to be up. You've got to be playing through it. That was a marvellous bowl, that black bowl, bottom of your screen from Joe Edwards. There's been some discussion. They're concerned. You can understand why. A lot of discussion around the greens of how Joe's playing, where she's at. Well, I tell you what, she's come on extremely strongly in this final.
And not only has she drawn the number 1 shot on that previous bowl, Stu, it's just in front of the jack. And I cannot understand why Ellen wasn't attacking. She hits Joe Edwards' bowl. Look at the angle of the bowl and the jack. That's heading straight to 2 English bowls. That's 3 shots to New Zealand. The match is on the line right now for Ellen Faulkner. She's 3 down, 8 down on the scoreboard. You can see those English bowls there out on the left. She needs to come underneath the short English bowl, hit the shot bowl onto the jack. She could score 2, maybe 3 shots. She's going to have to attack.
And she could get a slice of the jack too, which should assist her. 1, 2, 3. If she was lucky, she could get 4. So here she is. Ellen Faulkner played the singles, of course, for England against Val Smith in the gold medal match, won by Val Smith. Now she's up against the same player, but she's a skip. Val Smith the lead. Crucial bowl, this one for Ellen Faulkner. It's just a runner. It's got very narrow. She needs a huge slice of luck.
Go Kiwis.
Well, she'd be disappointed. It's full-blooded drive, isn't it? Weight.
Yes, but, you know, they haven't had a lot of preparation on these fast greens, England, Stu, and that's the sort of weight you play in England when you're 3 down. Play through the head and keep your bowl around that jack area, but on these fast greens, you really need to attack with big weight.
Jo Edwards trying to put her black bowl amongst the red bowls you'll see on screen soon, because that's where the jack could go if it springs. See it coming in here, red bowls to the left of your picture. And she's drawn another shot instead. What about that? Well. Don't worry about covering, just draw another shot.
And look at the angle. The shot bowl onto the jack is just likely to jam on Joe's last bowl. Perfect spot. Covering and counting.
Terry Scott behind the head. Could Ellen Faulkner get enough movement to pick up shots if the jack goes towards our left on screen?
Oh, all sorts of problems here for Ellen Faulkner. She'll certainly get if she gets hold of the shot bowl, the jack will go past that last bowl of Jo Edwards, but she needs to play with some far more weight. I couldn't agree more with Ian Schuback and what he was saying about the weight that she's playing these the shots at. She needs to be a lot quicker. The green's running at this speed that is close to a full-blooded drive, and Ellen Faulkner certainly needs to make some contact on this occasion, or there's going to be all sorts of problems for the English combination.
New Zealand hold 4, lead by 11 to 3. It's Ellen Faulkner on the run. That's narrow. She needs a huge bit of luck here, and she gets none. It just goes into the bank, and we've got the bonus bowl to come as well from Jo Edwards.
Yes, well, having a talk to the coach, Mary Price, one of England's all-time great players, and yes, I don't think there's any way back now, Stu, at this lead, and you'd expect Jo to add another shot here, a 5th shot. There's no reason, well, she could switch back, safer on the backhand, less chance of reducing the count. She only has to draw within 1.5 meters of the jack.
Jo Edwards of New Zealand has 4. Does she want the bonus at Burnside? It's on its way now. The line looks good. She just needs to skirt around that red bowl just in the top of the screen there. Skirt around there and then start to come back. Terry Scott, is it too heavy?
She just looks to be fractionally too heavy. I struggle to be in the count. She gets a little applause from Val Smith and a thumbs up. Definitely 4 shots coming out, as Wendy King will go around and the measure will come out from Val Smith. I think Val Smith is confident she's got another shot. Measure first the last bowl of Jo Edwards, then swing around to the red bowl, and it's the red bowl. 4
so
shots.
It is 4 shots to New Zealand after 9 of the 18 ends. It's New Zealand that lead by 15 to 3. They've broken the game wide open. So there it is. There's only a couple of scoring ends for England. It's just been total domination by New Zealand.
Yes, well, if you can't get shot, you must get second shot. You can see that last end, 4 shots, started with 2 trebles and a double on the 7th. That's just too big a scoring that England now, I think they've already lost this final, Stu. I don't think there's any way back. They're not playing well enough.
There has been huge turns, though, in Will Bowles in Schuback. It's a huge statement. There's still 9 ends to go.
Well, Kiwis on their home turf, they know how to play. They're playing the right shots. England are playing the in-between weighted shots. So tactically, I think that's my biggest concern.
So there's the delivery style of Wendy King. Again, short.
Yes, and when you are dropping that first bowl short, you really should have played to an imaginary jack 1 metre beyond. And if you finish 1 metre past, that's a good bowl. But if you do drop your normal metre short, you just nail the jack. And then the secret is to keep the surprised look off your face.
The advice from a professional. Ian Schuback, former New Zealand World Indoor Champion, Australian player. Great watcher of the game, and a superb ball from Val Smith of New Zealand. You just get one that close and it just changes the whole complexion of the opportunities for England.
Well, at least Wendy's passing the jack, but gee, she's 2.5, almost 3 metres beyond, and Val will have no trouble at all to add a second shot. A lot of mind games come in now on the players, especially the trailing team. They'll be thinking of the embarrassment of the scoreboard. The Kiwis will be absolutely grinning inside.
Yeah, don't mind that either, mate.
Oh, they are great mates, and it's a very good ball from Val Smith, just over the head, behind the jack. Any movement she could come into play, she did on the other end when she had a fairly loose bowl that was right near the bank, and it still came into play.
Isn't this good leading? One on the jack, the next one behind. And now Val can come back and really try to nail the jack. Ideally, just tuck it around the corner.
Wendy King would be just so disappointed. World final. Couple of short bowls, one over the head. Not really giving a skip an opportunity to build with 4 bowls. You just need an opportunity as a skip, I guess. This short stuff is not helping. And Val Smith just continues to draw down this favoured hand. Very adjacent.
That's perfect. Just left a big enough gap for a bowl to slide through, and really nothing much to rest on. Lead's job is not necessarily to get the shot, just get at least 2 of the 4 bowls near the jack. And unfortunately, Wendy's having a horror game at the moment.
Yeah, just inside yours. Turn yours over.
It's a dream run being a skip when you've got someone up front like Val Smith playing, isn't it?
Well, Jo, she can stay in the armchair for the rest of the match. She hasn't really been in big trouble. And when she has, she's attacked with confidence.
Run this. Come on, Val. Come on. Go, Val. Yeah, no, happy with that.
It's interesting to see that Ellen Faulkner has put the jacket on. Terry Scott, Ellen Faulkner feeling the cold out on the green. How about yourself?
Oh, no problems at all with me in the stand. I think down the far end of the green, she probably is feeling the slight breeze that is coming across the top of the stands from this end, and it has cooled down a bit, but I don't see any of the spectators putting any more clothing on.
Might be her lucky jacket, Terry.
Well, she would certainly need it, because she is getting no assistance at all, particularly going in this way from Wendy King. That's 4 poor bowls that Wendy King has played on this end, and we saw the same thing happen on the previous end going in this direction. It was all up to Ellen Faulkner to try to recover the situation, and she has to do it again now.
And that's actually made it better for New Zealand. That's still holding 2 and just pushed Val's bowl directly behind the jack. So the attacking shot is no longer available. Ellen is going to have to draw to save.
Swing across again to... they're not having much luck, these England players. It's not luck, it's just... I think it's the speed of the greens. It's just completely undone them.
Yes, Stu, it's running about 18.5 seconds, and for our non-bowling viewers, that's the time it takes for a bowl, once delivered, to reach 27 metres. And the faster... This is so strange to grapple with. The faster the green speed, the slower you need to let the bowl go. Put it out a lot wider. And this is taking about 18 seconds to arrive, and what a bomb coming up here for Jo, tucking the jack out of sight.
Oh, she's on fire. Jo Edwards of New Zealand now starts to add to the count as well. Not only attack, but also add. And those front bowls are making it difficult for Ellen Faulkner. Well, she has to attack.
Yes, but she doesn't have any lead bowls anywhere near the jack. If she runs with her last 2 bowls, Stu, and misses, she's going to drop 5 or 6. Really has to just draw onto the shot bowl beyond the jack, or maybe trail the jack through.
playing with just a fraction of weight, but she's narrow. She needs to get a big result off the front bowls, and she's going to slip past.
See that bowl turning and turning and turning. The speed of the green is just, it's flying.
Yeah, I think I'll just play on the wide side here, mate.
Joe Edwards says, oh, I'll just try the other side, just see how I can go. Done a good job on the backhand. Now I'll go the forehand and just get a bit of cover in on the red bowls. You'll see in your picture soon. Nice delivery style. Very relaxed player, Joe Edwards.
Smart move, not getting too greedy. Just covering where the jack may go to if Allen gets hold of it. It's coming inside. Oh, that's almost perfect. And I think it's a counter. That's nearly 4 shots.
Great display of bowls by the New Zealand pair. Now, Ellen Faulkner of England. It's wide, very wide. Just can't do nothing.
Needs to be careful not to turn the nearest English bowl out of the head. If she turns that over, oh, well, I think she's at least 4 down now.
And Joe Edwards has got acres to draw another shot. Does Joe want the bonus? She got the bonus. No, she missed the bonus, just missed out on a measure going the other way. And really, this should be like night follows day. Joe Edwards on the draw, looking for the bonus and a big count, which is going to really catapult them out from the English team. The goal's looking good for New Zealand. This will be another shot. Yes, it is, as it comes home to rest and fall in. And I think you might find that's 1, 2, 3, 4, could be 5, is 5. That's absolutely sensational. Let's just wait for the official notification. It's a full house. It's 5. Well, 5 shots for New Zealand. It's 20-3 after 10 of the 18 ends. It could be shake hands time early. Well, what about that? A 4 and a 5. That's just sensational. And England just have got no answer. I keep asking you, don't I, Shu, about how do you get back from here? You just don't get back, do you?
Well, what you've got to say now, if you're England, Stu, it's not the worst thing in the world that can happen.
Ellen Faulkner might have to be contented with just the 2 silver medals. Gold medal looks out of her reach now, also in the pairs after playing for the gold medal in the singles.
Yes, well, some people say you don't win a silver medal, you lose a gold one, but that's not so. She's a fine player, Ellen. She's a wonderful championship, and even after just 10 ends in this final, the match is beyond England. They're just not playing well enough to claw their way back. You need to have a sense of humour. You need to be proud of the silver medal. And it's a privilege for England to be in this final. Had a lucky escape against Australia. Beat the gold medalist Karen Murphy in the Commonwealth Games. And Lindsay Armitage. On the last bowl, Ellen Faulkner played a magnificent conversion shot to snatch victory against the Aussies. And here they are in the final. And they should be well proud of their performance.
Often in tournament play, Shu, you get that big match against opposition that you know are favoured to beat you. You have the win. Does it affect you sometimes psychologically when you come to play the next game?
Yeah, well, look at that. That's the story of the game. And I'm pleased to see Wendy King. She looked at the coach, Harry Price, and had a big smile on her face and said, well, it's not our day. To answer your question, Stu, yes, you do. I think it was the final for England against the Aussies. Armitage and Murphy were the favourites going in. They'd beaten Val Smith and Joe Edwards in the pool play. And for England to beat Australia in that semi-final was that perhaps was their final. And they are worthy winners
of
the silver medal. There's just 17 shots on 8 ends. They will not play the 18 ends of this match.
lot of discussion always about great players of the world, whether it be men's or women's sport. We saw Margaret Johnson play so well in the pairs against Joe Edwards. Joe Edwards, where does she stand in your eyes in terms of world ranking player?
Oh, Wendy should be happy with that. She's just drawn the shot after giving it away earlier. I think most of the top players in the world about 3 years ago felt that Joe was the top female player in the world. Now I think Lina Ahmad from Malaysia has that title. I was surprised that they split Joe Edwards and Sharon Sims up as a pair, as world champions, Commonwealth Games gold medalist. But hasn't Val Smith filled Sharon's shoes brilliantly?
Oh, great effort, buddy.
She certainly has too, and I think that having played Nelson and at Nationals together, it was always going to come together again at some stage. A lot of people thought that early on they should have been playing together perhaps, but Sharon Sims played so well, Commonwealth Games gold medal, World Bowls gold medal, and now in comes Val Smith, and not only a gold medal in the singles, gold medal looks likely in the pairs. That's not a bad start to World Championship play.
No, and the singles game, it's such a lonely game as well, Stu. It's really that single-handed combat. It's all about mental toughness, and not that Joe is really getting on in years, but it's really is a game now for the younger players to be able to hold their nerve under pressure, and I think Joe Edwards is more value to New Zealand skipping in the team events.
And of course, in the mix comes, of course, Karen Murphy right up there as a world-class player, one of the best players in the world, no doubting that.
Yes, and if you look at the Australian side, the two youngest players are both playing singles. 17-year-old Kelsey Cottrell was defeated by Ellen Faulkner in the semi-final, and she held match. And Aaron Sheriff, at just 22 years of age, is the Australian men's singles representative. So I think that's a sign of the times. The age of the competitors are getting younger and younger. Who would have thought that, say, for instance, the Australian bowl side, the average age is younger than the Australian cricket team?
Oh, it's staggering, absolutely staggering. And when you look at on the other converse side, and obviously not playing where he was years ago, the great, you see there one shot to England, the great Willie Wood and the great Margaret Johnson too, still performing at the top level world stage. Willie Wood at 69, nearly 70.
Yes, winning the gold medal in the fours.
You know, this sport has really developed into being a fantastic game for young people, and the fitness levels of young people playing the game is quite sensational. When you see, you know, now the top line players from New Zealand, you know, off alcohol for the tournament until they finish, it's a sign of the future that it's a game for athletes.
Unlucky result there for Joe, but she was already one down, so there's no real change. Yes, and sports psychology is playing a big part as well, Stu. For our non-bowling viewers, it's like perhaps golf, where every shot's a putt. You really need to hold your nerve on the putting green and work out the slope of the green. And on a bowling green, you've got the wind and different speeds of grass every day. Every rink is totally different to the next. This is looking pretty good.
Just the one for England. Still plenty of bowls to go. What are the options then now?
Just in bowls terminology, crack an egg on the shot bowl. See the angle of the shot bowl on the jack. Val's just looking at that. The jack will come to the blue.
There's the crack and egg shot, and one of the New Zealand's favourites, of course, is the Peter Keane jar shot too. But that's a more weighted shot.
Yeah, well, I think she's going to play that. Must be a double yoke. She's playing with more weight than... No, she's put it out on a wide line, so that suggests delicate weight.
So Joe Edwards leads by 20-3. 11 ends. They're playing now. That'll go in the ditch. It was sort of a nothing shot, wasn't it? Neither attacking or just drifting down. And Terry Scott, how do you see it from behind the head in this end?
Oh, Joe Edwards does need to be careful. She doesn't want to get onto the blue bowl and propel those bowls off the head, which would go through and take the bowl behind. They've got plenty of bowls around. I think the weight that she played was quite good, but to be quite honest, this is just really a Saturday walk in the park for the New Zealand team.
And there's no need to drop shots, just one, there's no danger. One, you play the scoreboard.
Certainly so, and with the weight that she played and gets onto the shot bowl, the jack will move over to the Val Smith bowl, and we may well see Ellen Faulkner. Well, she could have just about done it for the New Zealand team, showed them how to play it. They're just the one down. We can play the scoreboard. They're 20-3 up. They've got a gold medal just sitting out in front of them at the present time. A couple more ends, they'll be just about able to grab it.
Yeah, Ellen Faulkner was playing the jar shot.
Yeah.
We got 2 seconds.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Bit of a discussion.
Up front.
Oh, Val just said 2 seconds, so
Hey?
We made it 3.
maybe 3. Well, see that plant on the bowls on above the jack there on the line. It looks to be on the other Val Smith bowl. So I think Joe would be wise just to play delicate weight. No need to be too aggressive. The more weight you play, the more damage can be done.
Good advice for bowlers watching this telecast. And she's just playing with a little bit of weight. This is the crack and egg shot. Big chance. Yes, she got the jar shot. And she goes in the ditch and follows it in. Does she get the shot? Terry Scott, ditch wide.
Well, to be quite honest, it's got right down in front of me, and I can't actually see where the bowl's sitting in the ditch at the present time. So the indications is from the English lead, Wendy King, is that they have one shot.
Yeah, definitely one. We see it again from Joe Edwards. Gets the jack in the bowl, and it just puts the jack in the ditch. She goes miles away, so she is one down. She has one. Ellen Faulkner has one, looking to make it 2. Battle of the draw going across probably land that hasn't had too many bowls on it. She's gone very wide. You can see where the jack is in the ditch there. You can see the shot bowl, the red one. If you take a good draw shot to beat that.
It's one of the few shots that the average club player practices, this drawing to a jack in the ditch. I think Joe Edwards is good enough to draw this, Stu. I don't think she'll be too defensive. Maybe just come underneath Ellen's last bowl, or just forget it's there. It's almost impossible to hit a bowl if you try. So too many players try to come around or underneath the bowl. Just forget the short bowl that Ellen just played. She needs to draw within about a metre of the ditch.
So Joe Edwards of New Zealand with the black bowl, looking to get a position right on the ditch to get the shot itself. Forget the red bowl. And of course she hit it. Oh dear. Definitely has one. We'll wait and see for the second shot. They'll decide on that with a measure. We'll also have a look at Annette Piper, who'll determine to the viewers at home and also us as commentators who has got the most shots, whether it's 1 or 2. It's definitely one looking for the second now. It's just the 1 to England, and the scoreline after 11 ends has New Zealand leading in the race for the gold medal by 20-4. And New Zealand given the jack, so they can dictate the end. England will have the last bowl.
Come on.
As Val Smith delivers her first bowl right to the centre line. Beautiful grass and behind the jack. As we play the 12th hand It's a commanding lead for New Zealand in the race for gold.
Of the 8 ends that New Zealand have scored, 5 of them have been multiple counts, and that's been the key to this 20-4 lead after just 11 ends. Whereas New Zealand have defended well. They've dropped just 3 ends, 2 singles and a double.
Come on, Smithers. Run this, mate. Come on, buddy. Bit more. Bit more.
Just so adjacent. I guess being a singles player, Shu, that the 4 bowls pairs is a nice game for them to play.
It is. Certainly the quality of Val, you know, we've seen beautiful correction. She was immediately